If you enjoy open-world games that mix deep progression with immersive gameplay, you're in the right place. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 open-world games for mobile in 2026, highlighting games with expansive maps, solid combat, and visuals that feel closer to console and PC experiences on both Android and iOS. So go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Starting off at number 10, we have Dune Barrens. Dune Barrens is a calm, open-world exploration game where you just wander through a massive desert landscape, taking in dunes, cliffs, and changing light with no combat, quests, or objectives pushing you along. It's very much about slowing down and enjoying the scenery, though while playing, we did notice it can feel a bit too quiet at times, and it's hard to enjoy the game if you can't run it at maximum graphics because of how heavy it is on modern phones. But the game really shines when it comes to atmosphere. The lighting, sound design, and sheer sense of space make it genuinely relaxing, and the photo mode adds a nice creative outlet if you enjoy capturing scenery. If you're into peaceful exploration games, cozy vibes, or just want something low stress to unwind with on your phone, this could be a solid choice for you. Next up at number 9, we have Offroad League Online. Offroad League Online is a mobile off-road driving and racing game that leans more towards simulation, letting you explore a big open map, build and upgrade vehicles, and jump into online races or free roam sessions with other players. From our time with it, the realism is cool, but we did notice that the controls and physics can feel a bit unforgiving at first. And on some devices, the game can stutter or take a while to load. And also the progression can feel grindy if you're aiming for higher end vehicles. But the game really pulls things back with its deep customization, solid sense of vehicle weight, and the freedom to either race competitively or just cruise around muddy trails with friends. If you're into off-road driving games, vehicle tuning, and online multiplayer experiences on mobile, this is the kind of game you'll probably enjoy sinking time into.
Okay, quick side quest before we get back to the video. Raid Shadow Legends just brought back Ultimate Death Knight, and if you're a new player, you can get him free with the promo code UDKING. And I'm not exaggerating. I genuinely wish I had gotten these heroes when I started. UDK is basically the ultimate tank. He redirects single target attacks to himself, heals whenever enemies heal, and throws huge shields and heals on your whole team. Early game, he carries you. Late game, still useful in arena and PvE, and that's just one of the free rewards. If you download Raid using my link, you'll also get legendary Narma the Returned just for registering. Amazing for boss fights. And once you hit level 10, you unlock Ruella, who's huge for clan boss teams. On top of that, new players can redeem one legendary promo code in the first 48 hours, like UD King, Monkey King, Get Alice, Desert Queen, Kitty Cut, or Go Fast, but you can only choose one. You're also getting extra silver, XP, energy, basically a massive head start. It's free on mobile, PC, and Mac. So if you've ever thought about trying a collection RPG, this is honestly the best time. Hit the link in the description, use the promo code UDKING, and I'll see you in Raid Shadow Legends.
At number 8, we have Dark December. Dark December is a mobile action RPG set in a dark fantasy world, mixing fast-paced combat with dungeon crawling, boss fights, and co-op play, all tied together by lore connected to Undecember. To me, the combat was smooth and flashy, but it can get pretty grind-heavy once you're deep into dungeons, and some systems aren't explained clearly early on, which might feel overwhelming if you're new to this kind of ARPG. We also noticed occasional performance hiccups during intense fights, especially when a lot is happening on screen, but the game makes up for that with satisfying action, flexible class playstyles, and plenty of challenging modes that reward teamwork and smart builds rather than just button mashing. If you're into dark fantasy ARPGs with real-time combat, co-op dungeons, and a steady loop of upgrading gear and taking on tougher enemies, this should be right up your alley. Sitting at number 7, we have Red Dead Redemption Mobile. Now, this one has two versions. You can either buy it outright for like $40 or play it free if you already have a Netflix subscription. Red Dead Redemption, as you might already know, is a story-driven open-world action game that drops you into the American West as John Marston, mixing gunfights, horseback travel, and slow burn storytelling. Though the touchscreen controls take some getting used to, but the game also supports controllers. If you have one, it'll make it easier to play. And the pacing might feel slow if you're coming from more fast-paced action games, and there's no multiplayer here at all. But the game really stands out for its strong narrative, realistic graphics, memorable characters, and immersive atmosphere that still holds up, especially with the bonus content packed in. If you're into story-heavy open-world games, Western themes, or just want a full console-style experience on your phone, this is an easy one to recommend checking out. Coming in at number 6, we have Heartopia. Heartopia is a cozy multiplayer life sim game where you decorate your home, dress up your character, pick up relaxing hobbies like fishing or gardening, and hang out with other players in a shared town. Though there are some activities feel pretty lightweight and can get repetitive after a while, and progression moves at a slower pace if you're not logging in regularly or playing with friends. That said, the game does a great job creating a calm, friendly space. The customization options are huge, social features feel welcoming rather than competitive, and it's easy to just relax and do your own thing without pressure. If you're into casual life sims, social games, or something peaceful you can check in on without pressure, Heartopia is a nice option to spend time with. Moving on, number 5, we have Duet Night Abyss. Duet Night Abyss is a mobile fantasy action RPG that mixes fast hack-and-slash combat with open exploration and a lot of freedom in how you build characters and weapons. I like how fluid the combat feels, though I often run into a bit of sensory overload at times, like there's a lot happening on screen. And the many systems and weapon options can feel confusing early on if you don't ease into it, but I think that's one of the things that makes the game fun. And the game really shines with its flexible weapon swapping, stylish combat, and the dual perspective story that gives the world a darker, more interesting edge than your typical fantasy RPG. If you're into action-heavy RPGs with deep customization, flashy combat, and the freedom to play your own way, this is definitely something you'll want to give a shot. Up next, at number 4, we have Aniimo. Aniimo is an open-world creature-collecting RPG where you explore a large fantasy continent, team up with different Aniimo, and battle other players while unlocking new abilities along the way. From what I've experienced during the beta so far, the scope is impressive, but the game can feel a bit lacking on performance, and the free-to-play structure means progression can slow down if you're trying to unlock or upgrade everything quickly. But it's still in early access, so I'm pretty sure devs are working hard on polishing the game. Still, the game does a great job blending exploration, creature collecting, and real-time battles into a world that actually feels alive, and the variety of Aniimo gives you room to experiment with different playstyles. If you're into monster taming games with open-world exploration and light competitive elements, Aniimo is definitely something you might want to keep on your radar. The game's launching soon, so subscribe to get informed. Next up at number 3, we have Warframe Mobile. Warframe Mobile brings the same fast-paced co-op action RPG experience the game is known for, letting you jump into missions as a super-powered space ninja, slice through enemies, and grind for new gear and warframes. I definitely felt how deep the game is, but sometimes to a fault. The systems, currencies, and menus can feel overwhelming at first, and longer sessions can feel a bit demanding on performance and battery. Progression also takes patience if you're sticking to free-to-play, and unfortunately though, the game is currently only available for iOS users, but the Android version just had its beta testing, so it should be coming pretty soon. But the game definitely delivers when it comes to fluid movement, satisfying combat, and the sheer amount of content packed into a mobile version, especially when playing with friends. If you're into action-heavy co-op games, long-term progression, and don't mind a learning curve, this is an easy pick to sink serious time into, especially with the Android release on the horizon. Down to number 2, we have Arknights Endfield. Arknights Endfield is a mobile action RPG that blends real-time combat with base building and exploration set in a sci-fi world where you're expanding humanity's foothold while fending off constant threats. From what I've played and seen so far, it can feel pretty complex early on. Juggling combat, resource management, and factory systems takes some getting used to, and the pacing between action segments might not click with everyone right away. But the game really stands out with its striking world design, deeper gameplay systems than a typical mobile RPG, and a sense of long-term progression that feels meaningful rather than rushed. If you're into strategy-heavy action RPGs with world building, exploration, and a darker sci-fi tone, this is the kind of game you're worth spending time learning and settling into. And finally, at number 1, we have Where Winds Meet. Where Winds Meet is an open-world action MMORPG built around wuxia-style martial arts, letting you explore a huge, historical-inspired world, fight with fluid melee combat, and shape your reputation through the choices you make. From my time with it, the scale can feel a bit overwhelming at first. There's a lot to learn between combat systems, professions, and world mechanics, and the slower narrative moments might test your patience if you're mainly here for non-stop action. Performance is quite optimized on mobile devices though, and the game really comes together with its freedom of movement, stylish combat, and the way the world reacts to how you play, whether you lean towards chaos or honor. If you're into open world RPGs, wuxia aesthetics, and games that reward exploration and personal playstyle, this is definitely a great pick if you're willing to settle into it. And that wraps up this week's roundup. If you didn't quite find the game you were looking for, feel free to check out more videos on the channel. There are plenty of other mobile game lists waiting for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our weekly mobile game uploads. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy gaming!